Charlie, and today on Munching Around Milwaukee, I'm joined by Fatima and Hanish Kumar. They are the co-owners of Saffron Modern Indian Dining in downtown Milwaukee on Water Street. Also co-owners of a restaurant in New Jersey. Same name?
Correct.
Same name. And are the future owners of a restaurant going into the Ascent building here, Aya. Q1 26?
Q1 26.
We hope. And when I learned from Fatima that Aya means miracle, and that may refer to getting your permits from the city on time.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
All fingers crossed.
So right. So we do. We'll get to Aya and we'll get to Saffron in just a minute. But we like to talk about how we got here. So I know that you were born in Mequon.
Correct.
Northern suburb here in Milwaukee. So talk a little bit about your early years, your growing up years, and before heading off to college.
Pretty much, I was raised in Mequon. I lived with my family. I did all of my school over there. After I was done with that, I went to UWM. And then, I've primarily just been in the Milwaukee surrounding area. I haven't really lived outside of Wisconsin or anything like that.
Well, that's good and bad.
Yeah, I mean,
depending on your point of view.
I'm a big fan of the weather here. I will take Wisconsin's snow over all the other things everybody else gets. There's no bugs here.
That's true.
There's no hurricanes or all that stuff. We get snow and snow melts.
Right.
And back in the day, we got some snow days, not as much as the kids get now. But we got some. But I love Wisconsin all over here.
And Hanish, you're from India.
Yeah, I made up for her not traveling, so I've been all over the world. But yes, originally from India. I was born in Punjab, and then my parents moved to New Delhi. So all of my upbringing has been in New Delhi. So I was in New Delhi up until graduation in my high school.
Okay. And then you moved to, I know you went to school in both London and then moved to the U.S. somewhere around 2007?
Correct.
Right.
Yeah. So I moved to London in 2002, 2003, I want to say. I went there for doing my engineering degree. So moved to London. I had a lot of family, a lot of extended family over there. So lived with my uncle. Made a lot of friends. Was there for 4 or 5 years over there. Worked for about a year after my graduation, and then I had my extended family, that side family, all in US. So moved to Chicago in 2007.
Okay.
So after Chicago, I've been to a little bit in New Jersey, West Virginia, Morgantown. Lived over there, and then moved back to Chicago.
Sorry about the
eventually.
Sorry about the West Virginia thing.
I stayed there for 2 months, I want to say, and I don't know.
59 days too long?
Yeah, I was just like, this is a good paying job, but I'm gonna take a pay cut and I'm gonna move back to Chicago.
Yeah. It's an acquired taste in West Virginia. So, fast forward, we get to somewhere along the line, you decide to open a restaurant. And I know that wasn't something that came out of after college. You just decided, that was not part of the plan coming out of college.
I just woke up one day and we're like, let's open a restaurant. It was like a couple of days later, found a place, opened it.
Well, yeah, the space that you're in, I used to work in that complex right there above, up on the,
Nice.
I don't think in the same building, but I know Rustico was an Italian place.
Italian pizza place, yep.
Right, and we used to go there for lunch occasionally. So I did know the building when you all moved in. So speaking of Saffron, Hanish and Fatima have brought a bunch of food here, so we want to talk about it. But before we do, and I won't forget, I've got a gift for you. This is one of our tote bags.
Thank you.
So you can, when do you shop at the public market?
Yes, I do.
All right, when you're shopping at the public market.
I eat more at the public market.
Well, Paul Schwartz will be glad to hear that.
This can hold my cookies and my food, so.
There you go.
Yes,
So that's glad for you. So I gave her, a little tote bag, and they brought Food. So let's start. Why don't you, whoever wants to describe, tell me what we got here.
So I brought him.
Yeah, so that's the Achari Paneer Tikka. So it's one of our small plates currently being offered in our current menu. So it's cottage cheese. It's dry aged cheese, which is cooked in the clay oven. And the marination on that one is based on pickles. So you will get a very pickled taste
onion,
on it.
pickled ginger.
Right.
Pickled
So the garnish at the top, the two circle thing, those are like cocktail onions soaked in vinegar. So that's got a little pickle taste to it, just to complement it.
All right, Jerry, have you start.
Sure.
Pass it around. And this.
This is our very popular tandoori chicken bao buns.
Yeah, these came and went, and then by harsh demand came back because some of our customers like revolted when we took it away, and they were like, "No, bring it back."
So so this is the modern concept of Saffron, right? So we marry the bao buns with the tandoori chicken tandoori chicken. So this tandoori chicken is cooked in the clay oven and then sliced, and then you have some assorted vegetables.
Jerry, little piece, Jerry, because I gotta have some.
Oh,
I got some more as well.
No.
I got some more.
All right. So we have some. This is
Some
basmati
saffron rice.
Saffron rice.
Yep.
All right. So we'll go around. And this.
And that's the butter chicken, our highest and most popular dish. So the sauce is tomato-based sauce, very silky, very creamy, and then the chicken at the top is cooked in the clay oven, is marinated overnight, and then cooked every day in the morning.
Okay, Tom. A little rice. And naan.
Yep, those are traditional naan bread.
All right.
That's a garlic based.
Small pieces, Jerry. Small pieces.
I'm trying.
All right, thank you over there. And what we have here?
This one is lamb, so it's called the lamb madras curry. So it's a coconut-based curry with mustard seeds. So this is more of it's a dish which comes more from southern India. So you'll get a very coconut as well as like a mustard seed flavor with it. Very earthy.
And we got a little more rice, a little more.
Same garlic.
All right,
and more
so
rice.
you're the guest. Dave, would you pass Hamish a plate over there, please?
Oh, we can just,
Are you guys going to share?
yeah, we can just share.
Oh, we're going to share on one
we
plate.
can
Just
just
share.
Okay.
Thank you.
So let's talk a little bit while we're serving. Make sure some comes back to me.
I have more for you, guys. Thank you.
So the menu I know is it's not what you would say is a traditional Indian restaurant. So if you're going looking for, I don't even know what, it's not as like I'm trying to think what Maharishi or Maharaja.
Maharaja. No, I mean I feel
Okay.
like it's traditional to an extent, like of its flavors and where the food comes from and the whole spices and the way that it's cooked. I do think it's a little bit different in the way that perhaps it's like presented.
Yes, absolutely.
The things that we decide to marry together, like for example, on the menu in March, so we do an annual menu relaunch every year, and so we kind of take away. I mean, Hanish is very good at figuring out what did really well in the past year, what was everybody's favorite, and then we'll keep four-ish things, and then everything else gets like revamped and redone, right? And so this past one, they put together a rosemary naan. Not something you might see normally, on traditional menus, but the method, its spices, all of those are very, very traditionally made and everything like that.
See, the flavors and the sauces are going to be very, very traditional.
Yes.
But then what you do with those sauces is you marry those with the modern ingredients.
Yep.
So, for example, right, incorporating a fish like branzino into a sauce and bringing that into the Indian food culture. That's what Saffron is known for.
And then making
That's
a
what
taco
we
outfit.
Look for. So and this bao bun, for example, right? Taking the tandoori chicken and marrying that with bao bun. That's like more of a modern, as well as a little bit of fusion take on it too.
Well, I was in maybe couple weeks ago for lunch. I was down for team. I had the appetizer tower,
The cannabis sampler.
sampler, and everything I had was great, but I couldn't tell you. I had to ask I was sitting at the bar bartender. Says, so which one is that? I said, oh, you're supposed to eat this one first, and then you eat this one.
There's
and
an
then
order to it. There's an
Yeah.
order to the
Yeah.
madness. Yeah.
Mine, it didn't tell me that, but it was delicious. But I would say that's not being served at Maharaja. I mean, not at all. It's just it's interesting, different, elevated. It's tasty. It's the same. You know, the text. I mean, the flavor is there from that you might get in a more traditional, I guess. But it was just the way that it's served, the way that it's presented, and the overall experience of it was very. When you do your menu refresh, are you doing things that are seasonal, or is it you're doing things that are pretty much can be done year round?
We do bring certain things seasonal, but not the new menu launch. So our new menu launch is like opening a new restaurant, where we are flipping almost 90% of the dishes. We do not obviously take away butter chicken, for example.
Nobody would
but we flip 90%. So that's just staying ahead of the industry, staying ahead of the game. That's why we do it. And then we will have one or two dishes, two cocktails, which will be, reformed around fall season. And that's where we will incorporate the seasonal ingredients into our menu. But our new menu is all about just staying ahead of the industry, staying ahead of the game, and incorporating the newest and the latest, ingredients into our food.
So, is that as a springboard? Let's talk about Aya, and it's not going to be an Indian restaurant; it'll be more Mediterranean.
It will be Middle Eastern,
Okay.
Mediterranean inspired. So that's going to be the experience of that is going to be very, very grand. I want to say. And then, of course, I have traveled to Middle East a lot. Growing up, as well as right now, we go visit Dubai all the time, and we just love the ingredients. We just want to bring that, what Dubai and other places over there has to offer into Milwaukee. And I think you're going to be in for a surprise. It's not going to be the traditional Middle Eastern, Mediterranean kind of a menu. It's going to be completely different. I'm keeping that menu close to my chest right now. I'm not revealing anything, but people are going to be in for a surprise.
And how big is, relative to Saffron, how big is the place in the Ascent?
It's going to be double the space.
Okay.
Double the space. The bar is going to be very, very grand. We are going to be having private dining room, so that is something which Saffron today does not have. We offer semi-private space, but Aya will have like a dedicated private dining spot.
All right, Mary Lynn needs some food. All right, so the new menu, or the Ascent, the Aya in the Ascent, it's an interesting thing that's happening in the city, in that established, really good restaurants, the owners are moving into apartment buildings.
Yeah.
Kyle Nall into 333.
Yep.
You guys into the Ascent. Adam Siegel from Loopy and Iris is going into, well, it's not an apartment building, but it's right down the new Northwestern Mutual building. I'm missing somebody.
Isn't there something coming in the couture?
Oh, the Couture, yeah.
The wig.
The Vig.
So this is, you guys are on the forefront of these opening up into these spaces. You sure you can't go into Kava down here? Because she's only open 2 days a week, so maybe you can come in the other 5 days.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, good.
Sure. Give me a beat to just open this one. In maybe by March, April,
Yeah, okay.
I can just hop right to the next one.
So the reason I bring that up is that, and where I met you was at one of the Derek Mosley dinners.
Yep.
Was the Asian Pacific Islanders, Asian American Pacific Islander dinner.
Correct. Just got
But
finished.
that is part of what goes on in our city, is that chefs and restaurant owners work together. There's a collaborative effort to rising tide raises all boats.
Yep.
And it seems you guys are involved, because I know you guys do a lot of work in different charities. So talk a little bit about some of the charities you guys you have been with and are starting to. There's one coming up soon, isn't there?
Yep, there is the chef event that
right.
Adam Pollock is having from Egg and Flour. He's having his event for charities on November 9th. I think that's a Sunday. But his is coming up just like a week or two. So that's wonderful. You know,
We're supporting girls.
we're doing Girls on the Run. So, you know, he gave us an opportunity to come in, bring our food, and then support a charity that I wanted to do. And so we chose that one. And, you know, all of these chefs, you know, everybody that has such a nice platform in Milwaukee, and that's one of the reasons I like Milwaukee as much as I do, especially its food scene, is because behind every wonderful restaurant there are wonderful people that aren't just giving you just food, you know, for their own profit. They are doing a multitude of things on the side, and you know it's something to look up to as a new restaurant owner, because we see these established restaurants and these established, you know, cooks that have chefs that have gone and won awards and done this, and you know have done all this wonderful culinary, you know, achievements. And what do? They come back and they have these events and they call people in, and they get other restaurants to come and participate and get their name out as well, and then they support these wonderful charities.
It's the collaborative nature of
Exactly.
what goes on in the city. Not, I mean, the restaurant scene is one part of it, but I think there's a collaborative effort in many areas within the city, which goes to you know, the term small walkie. I mean, we're a big city, but we're not. The other thing I find interesting is that there in other cities you have restaurants that replicate their restaurant. We're going to go put it here, but you, like almost everybody else in a restaurant group, it's a different concept that you're opening up, which again is so Milwaukee. I mean, you get Bartolotta, Black Shoe Hospitality, Benson's, all the restaurant groups. Everything's a different concept. So
I mean, there's so much scope, there's so much availability. Milwaukee's so diverse in the way that it is. There's so many different types of cultures and people, and there's so many people that want to try new things, you know?
And it's the people who are accepting.
They're very accepting.
So that makes it a lot easier to go, you know, explore areas which haven't been explored. Challenging the status quo is what I would say.
And you guys are taking a chance because you have a known quantity. Saffron's a known quantity, and you've just said, we're gonna do something different. But that's what everybody does, and that's what makes this city and this food scene so interesting and diverse. Is that you just have people that are not afraid to do something a little bit different and take a chance. You know, it's one of the reasons I think that, you know, some of the people that are here eating the food from Saffron, they like to try different things. You know, I think you've been there, you haven't been there.
I haven't.
You haven't been there. I've been there.
Well, now you have. We brought your food.
Right.
We share with you here.
But it's the food scene here is dependent on people like yourselves that put out a good product, are welcoming within the community, but also are not afraid to try different things and not just sit, you know, and say, well, this has worked for 30 years, you know, why change? And that's not what you're doing.
No, we're very obsessed with pivoting, to be completely honest with you. You know, Hanish and I, we like to assess the situation, and to be honest, just because it's my vision or his vision doesn't mean that it needs to be everybody's vision. You know, we have our base standards that we will always keep, but you know, there's some stuff on the menu that we might just love, you know, to eat by ourselves, and I might eat it every day, but you know, people might not like it. And we have the ability to kind of distance ourselves from that and pivot and be like, all right, how can we tweak this to make it perhaps more approachable? Whether that's changing its name, taking away a very intimidating ingredient, what have you, and kind of change a little, because you have to go with that wave. And if you don't go with that wave, you're gonna cancel out and isolate a group of people.
But yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, if we had said to ourselves that we open to, let's just
another Saffron
call it a
down the
day,
street.
and
Right.
we'll see if an opportunity comes knocking.
Yeah.
But we were not. Late last year itself, we decided that we need to do something else as
Right.
well. We do have 2 small kids, so it makes it a lot more challenging. But I think
They're
at the end of the day, I think it's gonna pay off. The hard work, the all the stuff which we're doing right now, it will eventually pay off, and that's a belief we had when we opened the first Saffron, and that's a belief we have when we're opening the third one. But yeah, I don't want to just relax. We always, even with Saffron, right? We never relax. If we were relaxing, we would have said, okay, let's not change the menu,
Right.
for example, right?
Right.
But we stretch ourselves. Changing 90% of the menu, I thought it would be easy on paper. The first year we did.
It's harsh.
Oh my God, that was like opening. I was like, did we just open a new restaurant? And my chef
Pretty
was
much.
like, yeah,
Pretty much,
we
yeah.
did, because you just flipped 90% of the dishes.
And the drinks. It's
And
not
the
even
drinks.
it's not even just the food that we're flipping 90%.
Right.
We're actually flipping 90% of the drink menu as well. So even our staff,
So training,
it's like a whole new.
training everybody, getting used
I
to
have
it.
to get retrained. Everybody has to get retrained. I'm like, how do we say all these words?
Right.
It's just a learning process for me too,
Yeah.
because our dishes come from all different regions and stuff, and
Right.
some of it I have not even heard of. So we just learning as we go there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like a whole new restaurant every March, and
So the point is, if we wanted to just not do anything, we could have,
but-
we are not made for that. We are always challenging ourselves.
what's the
so-
fun in that? Just make life harder. Just-
Wow, it is. One of the things I did want to ask is, how did the Ascent approach you? Was there a
Oh, okay. So this was like a meshed effort. So we were kind of like out there looking.
Don't take names.
And I'm not gonna take any names. We'll keep it all very very secretive and mysterious for everybody to come in. I'll tell you when the restaurant opens and you come in and find me at the bar. But so we met X, Y, and Z, and it honestly happened, I want to say, in the span of weeks. We met.
Actually, I got a phone call from person A, and they said,
Oh, yeah, good.
you
Let's call
should
them person
are you looking for something? I'm like, yes.
Yes.
And this is
Out of the blue, I wanna say.
September, October, I want to say,
of this year?
last year.
Last
last
year,
year,
okay.
yeah.
And
So
I
it's
was
in
like,
build
yes,
right now.
I'm actually looking, and I'm already exploring something. And they said, why don't you go meet up with this person? He has a very nice spot for you already. And I was like, man, I don't like that spot. I don't wanna go visit there. So I just sent her because
He just sent me.
I was like,
It was just
why don't
mean.
you? Because somebody close called me.
Yeah.
Why don't you go see the spot? And it wasn't Ascent. It was another spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she went and saw the spot, and she walked out like within like 2 minutes because I knew she
Yeah.
wouldn't like it either.
I'm very
but
picky.
we had to do it.
Yeah.
And then in that conversation, that person told her that, hey, how about you go see this space? And I'll let her complete that story now.
So that intrigued me, and at first I was like, "There's a space there," and I was like, "What are you talking about?" So because clearly
This
I
is
knew
at
all,
Ascent.
I knew all the open spaces in Milwaukee. I did not by chance. So he was like, "Oh, I gave it away that it was a he. I'm sorry." So they So we went, and they're like, "Oh, do you want to go see the space?" And I was like, "Okay, fine." So then I messaged Hanish, and he's at work, and he's not answering me. And I'm like, "Well, whatever. Like, you're not telling me your availability, so I'm just gonna pick mine, and we're just gonna go." So I ended up getting it on the calendar. Lo and behold, that day he had meetings. The kids were off of school. The nanny was busy. I was like, "This is coming at the whatever. We're all gonna go. We're just all gonna get in the car and we're gonna go." And it was kind of like fate. We go there. We both, I think, loved it.
It was just
it
a
was
feel.
just-
it was just the what you feel
One of
when you
those
walk
moments.
in.
Yeah.
And you just feel everything is correct and right.
Yeah.
That's the feel. And we are all, both of us, we are all about feeling.
We're all about feelings.
We're all about feeling. So
Yeah.
we went in there, and then amazing owners.
Oh, God.
Amazing
Yeah.
ownership.
All of their team.
Yeah.
They're just we met them all. I mean, you hear about it. You don't really know who owns what where in Milwaukee. It's very confusing to kind of keep it all on track. But we met them, like the owners of that building, and everybody that works there, and they were just the nicest, most normal people.
So supportive.
And so
Very
supportive. And they were just so like base nice that I was like, this is a wonderful idea. And honestly, I want to say 60% of the reason that I was like, all right, let's go ahead and do this is because they were kind of like holding us up, and they were just like this big supporting force. And they're like, we think this is a good idea. We would love to work with you guys. And we were like, yeah.
And then we obviously presented our idea and our vision, and they looked over all of that, and
And they ate at
from there
Saffron,
on-
and they liked it.
From there on, it just all worked out.
Within weeks, it was, it's one of those situations where you don't have to chase it at all. Everything kind of just like falls into place, and you can just go ahead and
I
move
think we
forward.
signed a lease within like 3 or 4 weeks.
Honestly. Because
Usually
it
this
worked
process can take months.
months
Yes,
and months.
right.
But it worked out so, it was just smooth. And it was just like it was meant to be. And then poof, it was gravel. And now, there's walls up and there's all this stuff happening. The graphics on the windows went up.
Really?
Like, 2 weeks
We'll
ago.
have to drive past
You'll
that.
have to drive past it and just kind of paparazzi the situation. And it all went up. And we went there. I obviously go there often. But we went there and it's coming along so beautifully.
Yeah,
and
it was amazing to see the the walls.
how
being
things
up
are
and
actually
how
built. I
it's
have a
gonna look
whole
like.
new appreciation for how they don't have headaches every day, and how much goes into putting up
Because of all
a
the
single
screws.
wall,
Uh-huh.
or how much effort it goes into laying out a floor on top of gravel. I had zero idea.
That's what they have
So,
engineers for.
yeah,
And architects.
yeah. I'm realizing engineering is needed in so many places.
I speak for the assembled masses here that we're looking forward to the opening sometime
In Q1.
Q1 26.
Yes.
Aya, Miracle in Arabic, which again, as we pointed out, is the hopeful that they can get a miracle from the city and get their permits on time.
Yeah, if you're watching, wink, wink. Yes, please.
Anyway, thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
That was great.
I
Thank you so
appreciate
much.
it.
Great to see
Appreciate
you.
it.
Appreciate it. Thanks. We'll be we got to get Tom over to Saffron.
Yes.
It's not the easiest. It's not the easiest place because there's not a lot of the parking is kind of disruptive
Well, right now
right
they're
now.
doing some construction, and they're redoing the bridge and all
Yeah.
of that stuff. So hopefully, by the end of November, that should all be wrapped up and done.
I do have more food.
We do have more food.
We have more food.
We do have. There's a. Yeah.
We got
this,
more food.
This was just food for show. There's more food in this
Oh my
bag,
goodness.
and you just
All
get to
right.
eat that.
Well, we're gonna have to sign off here and
Yeah.
eat more food.
We're very foodie. Here you go.
All right.
Just start
So-
laying it out. More rice.
All right, I'm gonna end this. Thanks so much for supporting Cooking with for Munching Around Milwaukee. We are in Munching Around Milwaukee.
Where did my tote bag go?
I got bao buns.
Did I lose my
I
tote
have
bag?
more bao buns.
It was in
We'll
my lap.
find it. We'll find it.
It's bright orange.
How could that disappear?
Oh, it's behind me. I was gonna hold
right.
it up.
Now, usually it's the audience that gets unruly. Today it's the guests. So,
There you go.
got the tote bag. So, thanks so much for supporting Munching Around Milwaukee. Each week we talk to one of our local chefs, restaurateurs, foodies, or food influencers about the great, vibrant food scene we have here in Milwaukee. And we're very anxious and looking forward to the opening of the new restaurant, Aya, and make sure we get back to Saffron a couple times before the new place opens. So we thank you so much for all that you do.
Thank you for having us.
Until next time,
Yep.
thanks for watching.
Pick it back up.
Oh,
Very good. Very interesting. Yeah.
Yes.